come with me to fly from Hong Kong to Dubai with Emirates Business Class. Hi everyone, how's life, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Welcome to Hong Kong, where I've spent the past week in Hong Kong Disneyland. You can check out a playlist of those vlogs down below, but it is now time for me to fly from Hong Kong to Dubai, like I said, and I'll be flying Emirates Business Class. It's going to be the longest Emirates Business Class flight I've ever been on, which I'm very excited about. I think it's something like 9.5 hours, so it should be good. I've got all my luggage over here. I may have done a bit of shopping whilst in Hong Kong Disneyland, so if you want to see the haul as well, make sure to stay tuned. But I've just arrived here at the airport, Terminal 1, which looks amazing, by the way. Look how festive it looks with a Santa. And when you book with Emirates Business Class, you normally have the option to have a chauffeur come and pick you up from your hotel and take you to the airport, and also on the other side as well, once you land, you again have the option to have a chauffeur come and pick you up, which is great. It's literally included in the price of your ticket. So I had my driver come and pick me up from the Hong Kong Disneyland hotel where I was staying for the past couple of nights, and here we are now. So without further ado, I think it's time to head in and check in. I'm still so impressed by how wonderful and almost magical Hong Kong International Airport looks like. I mean, look at this. But I've just made it to the other side of the road now, and we are now officially heading in. Look at this. It just feels so bright and airy and almost like a high quality shopping mall. It's currently about 10 minutes to 10 p.m. My flight isn't until about 35 minutes past midnight, so we've got almost 3 hours left still. And with the Emirates chauffeur, the complimentary chauffeur that you can book, they basically kind of, do the timings for you. They give you a recommended time. You can obviously change it if you want to get to the airport a little bit later, you can, but I normally just tend to go with whatever they suggest. Anyway, I would imagine that Emirates Airline should be somewhere here. The driver did say that I should just go straight, and lo and behold, we have found it just over here. Doesn't look overly busy right now either. In fact, it looks pretty quiet. This is the business class / gold silver queue, so I'm gonna head in, check in my bag, and speak to you after. Well, that was a quick and easy check-in process, and I ended up checking 2 bags. So I had one big suitcase, and also I did buy a small suitcase from Hong Kong Disneyland just because I ended up buying a little bit more than I anticipated. And to be honest, I flew to Hong Kong from Paris, so it's been a bit of a journey. I still have some of my jumpers and hoodies and warm clothes and a full-on coat in my suitcase, making things a little bit complicated in terms of space. So that's why I ended up checking in 2 bags, which is what you are allowed to with Emirates Business Class. But I do still have my backpack here with me, my little handbag, and also my shopper bag, which has such basic and unimportant things in it. It's just, again, things that took a lot of space in my suitcase. They don't actually weigh much. They're just there because I've been traveling for the past few weeks. Anyway, our flight will be departing from gate 62, and apparently I need to get on the train to get there, and there's also a lounge that I can access at gate 40. But obviously before we do any of that, we do need to get through security. So once again, I'm going to see you on the other side. Security checks were also very quick and easy, and this has nothing to do with Emirates, by the way. It's just Hong Kong Airport being very efficient. You didn't have to take your laptop out. I didn't have to take my Apple Watch out. Everything just went quickly and smoothly, so that was nice. But I want to go and probably find the lounge now, and this airport is so beautiful and distracting that I'm afraid I'm not even going to make it to the lounge. They do have a board here with all the flight details and, more importantly, the information about the gate. So like I said, my flight will be departing from gate number 62, and it looks like we're about 20 minutes away from it. Well, no, actually 12 minutes if we get the train. Yeah, here are some of the shops that they have here. There's a lot more going on there, but I think I'm just gonna bypass all of them, even though I'm pretty sure there's also meant to be a Disney store here. But we've seen enough Disney over the past week, so I'm just gonna head straight to the gates. I am spotting a Labubu over there. A Labubu who's done quite a bit of shopping, it seems, at the airport. But I'm seeing signs that are telling me I still need to go down to get to my gate. Yep, gates 40 to 80, one level down with the escalator. And I think we need to go even more down by the looks of it. The signs are continuing, and so are the escalators. This is a pretty big terminal and airport in general, but I'm already spotting the train station down there, so hopefully we should be getting on that shortly. And the train has just arrived. Perfect timing. I think the stop that I'll be needing to get off at is the first stop, so W1. The train doesn't look overly packed either, thankfully, and it's nicely aircon. Pretty fast train. I'm pretty sure I need to get off at the next stop. We'll see. Yep, this is me. Gates 40 to 80. Perfect. And I think we now have to do the opposite and take several escalators back up. And I've now reached a situation where to go to the Emirates Lounge, I have to go to the left because it's close to gate 40, but my actual gate 62 is going to be that way. So thankfully we still have plenty of time. Let's actually double check the time. Okay, 10:35 p.m. I've still got 2 hours before my flight departs, so we're going to obviously go to the lounge. The amounts of shops and restaurants they have at this airport though is incredible, and it just looks so shiny and clean. Truly one of the best airports I've ever been to, Hong Kong International Airport. Look at all these festive treats. They're so cute. Merry Christmas. We've got a Santa one. So many cute treats and snacks that you can take home with you. There's a shop called Wondersaurus, which sells a variety of books and toys for little ones. And then we've got a Kaboom, which I imagine is just some sort of souvenir shop. And I like how there's a sign up there that says coffee and snacks straight ahead. Obviously, if I wasn't going to the lounge, that's probably where I'd be going right now, but I'm currently on the lookout for Emirates Business Lounge. I've absolutely loved these past couple of weeks of traveling, but it's also definitely been tiring, especially this past week here in Hong Kong, obviously with the time difference and the long days in the parks. But there we have it, the Emirates Lounge here at Hong Kong International Airport. Without further ado, let's head in. Hello. Good evening, how are you? This is the check-in desk. The staff members kindly allowed me to film it. As always, it has that iconic Emirates plane replica, but I'm gonna go and find myself somewhere to sit first, put my bags, and who knows, I might grab something to eat as well. I'm not overly hungry, especially with it currently being around 10:45 p.m. Here's a quick overview of what the lounge looks like. Again, very airy. I like the ceilings. It just feels very spacious and not at all claustrophobic, and these are the food options that they have available currently. Before we get to the food though, it feels so nice to get rid of this really heavy backpack. Ooh, I think I'm just gonna place myself here. I've already put my shopping bag over there, and you can see some of the different time zones here. We've got Sydney, we've got Dubai, where I'm heading to, Hong Kong, which is obviously the current local time, GMT, miss you London, and New York. But let's go and have a quick look at what they have on offer. Over here they have some soup with some croutons. Carrying on, we have some crispy skin barramundi with fennel and beurre blanc. Right next to it, we've got some braised Wagyu beef brisket pie. That looks really good. Stir-fried beef with kale in oyster sauce. Oh my god, all of these look amazing. Turkey lasagna. We've got some poached baby carrots. Even those look good. We've got some gnocchi with butternut and almond. Thyme roasted chat potatoes. Chicken masala. We've got turmeric basmati rice. In here we've got some steamed rice, and then loads and loads of bread options over here, and even more breads up on the top. Carrying on, they have a young explorers menu, and it says to just let the staff know if you're interested in that. And then here we've got a variety of teas, quite a lot of options if you're a tea drinker. We've got a coffee machine, we've got a selection of alcoholic beverages and soft drinks down there. My favorite Evian water bottle. Then over here in the middle section we have some cold options and desserts. As you can see, I think these are meant to be some melon desserts. Got some carrots, some celeries, some olives over here, some broccoli, some salads, smoked salmon bellinis. We've got a dulce de leche and hazelnut dome. This looks amazing. We've got a wide selection of fruits over here, some cheesecake, some more salads and cheeses and fruits, and then a Christmas Saint Honor, this is called, clearly here for the festive season. I feel so lucky anytime I get to fly business with Emirates, or to be honest, anytime I get to fly any class with Emirates, because I just love the airline as a whole. They're so good with their hospitality, their service, their food is some of the best I've seen. And it's just annoying that I'm not overly hungry right now because of how late it is in Hong Kong, and I'm sure we will get some food on the flight as well, probably some breakfast when we get closer to Dubai. I still had to try some of the food though, because it just looks so good, and I don't know when I'll get a chance to try the food in this lounge again. So I picked up some of the roast potatoes, some of the stir-fried beef I think over here. We've got some chicken masala, some rice, and that Wagyu pie as they described it over there, just a little bit of it because I want to see how it tastes. They do also have proper tables and seats behind me as well, in case you want a more restaurant sort of vibe, but I'm happy where I am. So I'm going to try a little bit of everything and let you know what I think. Okay, I've now had a little bit of everything, and my favorite is actually the stir fry beef with kale in oyster sauce. The oyster sauce is absolutely delicious, and then closely followed by that braised Wagyu beef pie. That was also surprisingly very good. But I've still got about 40 minutes before my flight is meant to board, so I think I'm going to spend the rest of my time in the lounge chilling a little bit, catching up on some messages, maybe posting on Instagram, and you can follow me, by the way, Sam Forgot. And then before we know it, it should be time for us to board to head to Dubai. Well, it is now 11:50 p.m. I have just left the Emirates lounge after a wonderful hour or so in there. I really enjoyed it. It's not the biggest lounge I've been in. It's not the most extravagant one, but it was very peaceful and quiet, especially at this time of night, which is exactly what I needed. And now it's time to make my way to gate 62. The staff members at the Emirates lounge said that boarding should start in the next 5 or so minutes. And here we are, gate number 62. Flight EK381 to Dubai from Hong Kong at 00:35. Still hasn't started boarding yet, so I'm guessing very soon. And the line, even for business and first class, looks pretty long today, so I feel like it's going to be a busy flight.
A few minutes later.
Something interesting happened when I scanned my ticket to get through. It said that I had to go and speak to a staff member, and basically what it was that the staff member asked me if I'd be willing to change my seat to another window seat. So I'm by the window. My original seat was 25A, I believe. She said, am I willing to change to 18K? And that apparently is also a window seat. And I was like, as long as it's a window seat, absolutely not a problem. So yeah, I'm not sure why exactly, but happy to go along with whatever makes it easier for the flight attendants. But there we go. This is an Airbus, Emirates Airbus. You can't really see it too well in the dark. We're about to step on board. Excuse me. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you? Good, thank you. And there we have it. This is my seat now, 18K. I've still got a window seat, as they promised, and this seat looks so appealing to me right now. I cannot wait to spend 9.5 hours on it. I have already put my backpack over there. We've got this big screen TV here, ICE, which is the entertainment system on board Emirates. The legroom here is phenomenal, and obviously the seat does also turn into a bed. I've got my blanket for later on, as well as some slippers, an eye mask, which normally I just tend to use the slippers. I don't necessarily care too much about eye masks. And then over here, of course, we have our headphones in case I wanted to watch any movies. I've got some storage space over here, which is amazing. I'm probably not even going to use it. And I think even more here. Let's have a look. Oh wow, okay, this is the bedding for when the seat turns into a bed. The seats themselves are very nice and comfortable, good cushioning. I like this little neck area as well. You've got a couple of different options to use your TV, so you can either use it on an iPad. You've also got a remote over here, and the screen is also touchscreen, so if you would just rather use your fingers, you can. This is a little mini bar that we have, in which we get a couple of bottles of Evian, I think maybe some sparkling water, and then some jelly beans. Plug-wise, they've got some USB ones. Obviously, this is for your headphones, and then a UK/UAE one. You've got your lamp over here, which turns on, bedside lamp, in case you want to do some reading or something when the flight is dark. And yeah, overall it feels nice and comfortable. Honestly, I am so tired to the point of exhaustion. Again, the past couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks actually, I've been more or less at theme parks every single day from 7-8 o'clock in the morning until 10 p.m, 11 p.m, midnight on some days. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully a nice long sleep on this flight. Obviously, I will show you the food when they bring it out. I think it's not going to be until breakfast time though. And I'll make sure to show you the bed as well, or the seat when it turns into a bed, before I hopefully go into a deep sleep. And it's actually perfect that this is a night flight. Obviously, we should be taking off in about half an hour or so, which will be close to 1 a.m. Hong Kong local time. And by the time I arrive in Dubai, it'll be close to 6 a.m. Dubai time, which is perfect. It means that I can hopefully just start my day there and get on that time zone quickly. You can see a Cathay Pacific airplane from the window. I actually flew with Cathay Pacific from Paris to Hong Kong last week. In case you're at all interested in my journey from Paris to Hong Kong, then I do have a whole playlist from my Hong Kong series and travel day vlog, everything like that, and also, like I said, loads and loads of Hong Kong Disneyland vlogs. But you might be somebody who's only interested in flights and business class and things like that, in which case, hello, nice to meet you. I'm so glad that you've stumbled across this video. I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, as you can see, it's about 25 minutes past midnight. I don't think boarding has completed yet, so my guests will be leaving at around 1 a.m. And they are just bringing out the amenity kits. Thank you very much. Thank you. So here it is. We're going to have a quick look as to what's inside now. Let's open it up. We have some deodorant, some Bulgari Rose Goldia Blossom Delight moisturizing body milk. There you go. We've also got a Bulgari Face Emulsion, which looks like this. We've also got, I think, a little bit of a fragrance, which is exciting. A comb, some tissues, always necessary. Dental kit, so you'll find your toothbrush and toothpaste in there. We've got a mirror, if I can open it. There you go. Very handy if you want to do your makeup on flight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. My name is Onboard, and on behalf of Emirates crew, I would like to welcome you on board.
So apparently the flight time is actually around 8 hours and 40 minutes, so not quite as long as I expected, but the last few bits in the amenity kit are some earplugs, which again probably won't need to use, and then we've also got a hair tie. So there you go, that was that. Everything you could possibly need. I actually really like these bags as well because I tend to use them for my memory cards, my camera gear.
Gentlemen, welcome on board the flight to Dubai in partnership with TAP Portugal.
الموجودة بجيب مقعدكم أو طلب المساعدة من أحد أفراد الطاقم.
Orange juice for me, please. Thank you so much. Just got my welcome drink, which I decided to go for orange juice. Cheers to you, and hopefully a wonderful flight to Dubai. We've also just been given a hot towel, which is always nice. Ooh, and some kind of announcement starting.
You may not want your flight to end. From drama to action to comedy.
They're really selling their entertainment system, which to be fair is amazing. And they just turned all the lights off for takeoff. This is my current view from the window. I shall see you when we're up there. And just like that, we have reached our highest altitude, and I'm not gonna lie, even on the journey up, I did fall asleep a couple of times. So as soon as I know that there's nothing else going on for me to show you, and even before they actually close the lights off again, I will be sleeping. For now though, let's quickly press on information to see the map and whereabouts we are. Today's flight, there you go, you can see the flight number, you can see the aircraft type, A380, speed, the altitude, the temperature outside, and how long we've got left. The crew member just gave me the menu. They do also have a wine list, but I'm not going to be drinking. You can see the selection of juices and the soft drinks that they have. A variety of different mocktails, coffee, tea, some actual cocktails over here, as well as some beer, wines, spirits, whiskey. We like to share a little of what's cooking in our minds and ovens. We're always learning about regional cuisines, new techniques, and most importantly, what our customers prefer to find on our menus. Looks like we're going to be starting with some light bites, where they have a chicken poke bowl, spaghetti, wok fried beef, date tart and seasonal fruits, as well as cheese boards. And then breakfast will be the main meal of this flight, where you can choose between a cheese omelette, French toast and noodles with chicken. And they do also have a lounge on this aircraft where they will be serving a variety of different snacks throughout the flight. The rest of this menu, by the way, is in Cantonese. So yeah, there you go. I think I am already gonna push my seat back a little bit. Not fully flat yet, just a little bit more comfortable. As if on cue, a crew member just came and asked if I wanted to have a pajama. So they ask if you want them or not. You don't have to take them. I don't think I need pajamas. I'm happy in my current outfit, but if you wanted to, you could get one and change into it. A cast member just asked me if I wanted the mattress on my seat or not, and I said yes. I couldn't have wanted anything more right now. So this is what my seat looks like right now. It looks even more comfortable than before, and obviously because it is nighttime, I think I am going to turn my seat into a bed now and get a bit of sleep before breakfast is served later on. I have been waiting for this moment all day when I get to actually finally be horizontal. This is amazing. There you go. This is my situation right now. Feeling incredibly grateful, feeling very tired, excited, happy. What other emotions am I feeling right now? Yeah, I think mainly it's just gratefulness and exhaustion. So I'm gonna see you in a few hours, and I might go and show you what the bar looks like as well. For now though, see you later.
5 hours later.
Well, good morning. That was one of the best sleeps I've ever had on a flight. We've only got about 2 hours and 10 minutes left now. I'm gonna show you the screen. Look at that. Time at destination is 3:17. Time of arrival 5:25. So really, a couple of hours left. And if you look at the Hong Kong time, 7:18, and obviously we took off at around 1 a.m. So I'm pretty sure I managed to get at least a minimum of 5 hours straight of good deep sleep. It could have even been 6, which is perfect. But they have just set up the table for me because breakfast should be arriving very shortly. And as a reminder, these were the 3 options for breakfast: cheese omelette, French toast and noodles. I decided to just go for the cheese omelette. And just like that, breakfast has arrived. So we've got our cheese omelette here. That comes with a beef sausage, some beans, some mushrooms, and then, I don't know, maybe a bit of potato over there. Also a croissant, some lovely looking fresh fruits, and a marmalade. I'll be honest, I'm still not overly hungry, but I'm gonna try this anyway. Well, I've tried a bit of everything now. The beans were surprisingly good. They weren't your regular, baked beans that you get with an English breakfast. They had much more flavor and spices to them, and then the cheese omelette was also delicious. I've now also got another orange juice, and we are getting closer and closer to Dubai with only an hour and 42 minutes left. With an hour and 15 minutes to go, I thought I would also very quickly show you the lounge area. So throughout the flight, this place is open for you to get some bits and bobs. They have little sandwiches, breads, sweets, crisps, things like that. You've also got a big screen here that shows you exactly where we are on the map. And it's almost like a very social spot. So you've got some seats over there, some tables like this if you want to drink almost as if you're at the bar, and then this is the bar area. I'm just gonna quickly sit here too. Oh, this is comfortable. Yeah, comfortable seat. You can have a few people here. If you're here with friends, if they're sitting at a different seat to you, you can come and join them here. They also have seat belts on these seats, so you can still be safe. And yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna head back to my seat now because, like I said, we should be landing in the next hour at this point. There we have it. An hour and 8 minutes to go. Current time at destination 4:21. They have now turned the lights back on, which is nice. And I was just thinking, this has been the best night's sleep I've had in a couple of weeks, because obviously I spent the past week in Hong Kong, and for the most part I was getting about 3 to 4 hours of sleep every night, getting up early, staying up late, trying to sort out footage and editing, and just a lot going on. This time I managed to have like continuous 5 to 6 hours of sleep, deep sleep as well. Like I was out. I wasn't even aware that I was on a plane. When I woke up I was like, wow, I am on a plane. So for that alone, I feel like if you're going long haul and if you want to splurge and go for business class or use your points to do it, which is what I normally do, then I think it's worth it. At least for me it is.
The local time at Dubai at the moment is 4:30 in the morning, and the latest weather is as expected. It's beautiful weather with clear skies and a light easterly wind.
Just been given another hand towel, nice and warm. And the captain has already spoken, saying that we'll be starting our descent in about 5 minutes. And whilst I've still got a bit of time, I thought I would show you firstly this remote, which you can obviously use to change the screen, anything that you want to watch there. You can also play games with it. It also has some information about how you can adjust your seat, which is very simple to do. You've got all your buttons to your left, but also I want to show you at least a quick glimpse as to what kind of films and TV shows they have. As you can see, these are some of the latest movies that they've currently got. They have a whole section dedicated to the holiday season, because we are in December of 2025, and I think almost any Christmas film you could ever think of is available here. You've got comedy, you've got crime, love stories, action adventures, biographies, thrillers, war stories, sport, live in concert. Let's see what they have live in concert. Oh my god, there's so many options here. Shawn Mendes, Pink Floyd, Coldplay, Rod Stewart, Whitney Houston, some modern greats, music and arts, Disney Plus. We definitely have to check that out. So Elio, Lilo and Stitch, Snow White, Inside Out, Maleficent, we carry on. You can see yourself all the different films that they have with Disney, Toy Story 4, Pocahontas, Freakier Friday, recently released, Bambi. I mean, this list goes on. You probably need like days on an Emirates flight to be able to get through all the films you want. You've got a whole Star Wars section, Harry Potter, you've got some, oh, that's really good actually, some films that are closed captions and some audio described films as well. That's amazing, very accessible. You've got some Bollywood, you've got some Indian films, Pakistan, Arabic, Korean, Japanese, Vietnamese. I love the entertainment on board here in Emirates. It truly is miles and miles ahead any other airlines when it comes to their entertainment. I mean, look at this. Look at all the options. And they've got films and movies in something like 50 different languages, I think I heard them say. 50 different languages. So if you don't speak English, if you want to watch a movie in French or Persian or Arabic or something like that, you should still be able to find something on Emirates. Then you've got your podcasts and audios, TV, music, Dubai and the UAE. Let's see what they have in terms of games. Whew. Again, quite a large selection of games. Trivia games, puzzle games, those are my favorites. Kids games, board games, oh my god, they've got chess. I could have played several games of chess on this flight. And then in terms of music, you can see the selection they have available. Spotify as well, you can use that. And then last but not least, I want to see what this Dubai and the UAE is like. Okay, so it's a lot of information about tourism to do with the Emirates. You've got the food and drinks, arts and culture, sport, history, everything that you could possibly need and want to know before your visit to Dubai. And you get the same exact entertainment no matter which cabin you're in. So it's not just, you know, exclusive for business class members. Economy, premium economy, and I would imagine first class. I've never flown first class with Emirates before, but I would imagine everybody on board gets the exact same entertainment, which is amazing. I did want to also quickly show you the connectivity. So you can get Wi-Fi on board. You have to pay for it unless you're first class, which I'm not. It costs about $99 for the entirety of the flight. And then there's also an option for you to have some seat-to-seat connection. So if you have your family member or friend sitting a few seats away for you, you should still have an option to talk to them. But now I've taken us back to the eye of the ice, which is where my screen normally is at, because I just like knowing where I'm at. So today's flight is what we need, and I'm just going to leave it on this screen, I think, until we land in 44 minutes. And look at our plane over here. Beautiful. Anyway, the lights are back off again, which can only mean one thing. We are very close to ground. 20 minutes, it says now. As usual, we're going to go to a little bit of a montage now, and I'll next speak to you when we've landed at Dubai International Airport. We are officially in Dubai. I am just sat here waiting for my suitcase or suitcases, because I've got that smaller one that I checked in as well. But I think I'm actually going to end this vlog here, because I'm not sure how long it's going to be until my suitcases arrive. This belt has luggage coming from Geneva, Hong Kong and Manila, so it might take a while. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative in some ways, and thank you so much for watching any of my content in 2025. This is going to be the last video that I film in 2025. I'm going to have a bit of a break from filming, but don't worry, I'll still be editing every single day, so you're also going to still be getting a lot of content on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. You can also follow me on Instagram, and I want to give a massive shout out to my lovely Patreon members and my YouTube members. You guys are amazing. But for now, I'm going to love you and leave you. Happy 2026.